Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins Hub. In today's video, we're going to explore something really interesting and exciting. So, if you want to find out what you'll learn by staying with us till the end, make sure to watch the whole video. Stay with us and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. The 1975 USA 1-dime coin holds a remarkable place in the rich history of American numismatics, offering a fascinating glimpse into the nation's economic, social, and cultural landscape during the mid-1970s. In this video, we will dive into the story of this iconic coin, exploring the historical context in which it was minted, the design elements that define it, and the detailed minting process that went into its creation. Along the way, we'll also uncover why the 1975 dime has become such a prized collector's item, with its value today reaching an impressive $130,000 in some cases. Let's begin by stepping back in time to the year 1975. This was a period of significant change and transition in the United States. The political climate was charged, as the nation was recovering from the aftermath of the Watergate scandal that had led to President Richard Nixon's resignation just a year earlier. The country was also grappling with the fallout from the Vietnam War, which had ended in 1973, and the economic challenges that accompanied the oil crisis and high inflation. Despite these turbulent times, the American spirit remained resilient, and in many ways, the 1975 dime encapsulates this sense of determination and strength. The U.S. Mint was tasked with producing a new series of coins to meet the demands of the changing economy. The 1975 dime, like its predecessors, would feature the image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt had passed away in 1945, but his image had been chosen to grace the dime in 1946 as a tribute to his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. Roosevelt's likeness, with his iconic thin glasses and dignified profile, became an enduring symbol on the dime, and it remains on the coin to this day. The design of the 1975 dime was the work of artist John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time. Sinek's design of Roosevelt's portrait has become one of the most recognizable features of U.S. coinage. The coin's obverse, the front, depicts Roosevelt in profile, facing left, with the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year, 1975, placed around his image. The combination of Roosevelt's portrait and these inscriptions speaks to the values of liberty, faith, and the enduring nature of the American experiment. On the reverse side of the 1975 dime, we find a depiction of a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, which together represent the American ideals of liberty, peace, and strength. These symbols have been part of the dime's design since the coin's reintroduction in 1946. The torch represents the ever-burning flame of liberty, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch stands for strength and endurance. The words "United States of America" and "one dime" surround these symbols, along with the motto "E pluribus unum," which translates to "out of many, one." This motto, derived from the nation's founding, reminds Americans of their shared commitment to unity despite their diversity. But what makes the 1975 dime particularly interesting from a numismatic standpoint is the minting process that took place at the U.S. Mint during this time. The mid-1970s saw a shift in coin production methods, as the U.S. Mint transitioned to more efficient machinery and processes. The year 1975 was a pivotal time in this process, as the U.S. Mint was experimenting with new technology to improve the consistency and quality of its coins. These changes had an impact on the 1975 dime, leading to some subtle variations in its production. For example, the 1975 dime was produced at the U.S. Mint's Philadelphia and Denver facilities. While most of the dimes produced in 1975 were relatively standard, certain minting errors and variations made some of the coins highly valuable. One of the most notable variations is a unique error known as the 1975 double die variety. This error occurs when the coin die is misaligned, causing the design elements to be struck twice, resulting in a doubled image. While such errors are not common, they are highly sought after by collectors, who view them as rare treasures that can significantly increase the coin's value. The U.S. Mint also faced challenges in terms of the quality control of coins during this period. While most 1975 dimes were produced with high precision, some of them exhibited inconsistencies due to the ongoing adjustments in minting equipment and procedures. These variations, whether in the form of die cracks, off-center strikes, or small errors, have contributed to the increased value of certain 1975 dimes today, as collectors pay a premium for coins that exhibit these rare features. The design of the 1975 dime is also noteworthy for its representation of American values. Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose image has adorned the dime since 1946, remains a figure of great significance in U.S. history. As the leader who guided the country through the Great Depression and World War II, Roosevelt's legacy was one of resilience and determination. The decision to feature his portrait on the dime was a tribute to his leadership, and the coin became a lasting symbol of the American spirit. For collectors, owning a 1975 dime is a way to connect with this important moment in history and to own a piece of the nation's past. As we move beyond the historical context and design of the 1975 dime, it's important to consider the minting details that make the coin unique. The U.S. Mint produces coins in massive quantities each year, with millions of dimes struck for circulation. While most of these coins are used in everyday transactions and eventually become worn and damaged, some dimes manage to escape the wear and tear of circulation and remain in excellent condition. These high-quality examples are the ones that collectors seek out, and they can command impressive prices on the open market. The 1975 dime was struck in a composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, giving it its distinctive metallic appearance. This combination of metals has been used in the production of U.S. dimes for many years, and it has become synonymous with the coin's characteristic color and feel. As with all coins, the weight, diameter, and thickness of the 1975 dime are carefully regulated to ensure consistency in production. The dime weighs 2.27 grams, measures 17.91 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness of 1.35 millimeters. Now, let's get to the most exciting part, the value of the 1975 dime today. While most 1975 dimes are worth only their face value of 10 cents, certain high-grade examples and coins with minting errors can be worth much more. For example, coins that have been graded as MS-67 or higher by professional grading services such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And for coins with rare minting errors, such as the double die variety, the value can skyrocket even further. In recent years, certain 1975 dimes have been sold at auction for prices as high as $130,000, especially those that exhibit the double die error or are in mint state condition. These coins are highly prized by collectors because of their rarity and historical significance. The demand for high-quality 1975 dimes has only increased over time, as collectors recognize the coin's potential for appreciation in value. So, how can you find a 1975 dime that could be worth such a significant amount? The first step is to examine the coin closely. Look for signs of wear or damage, as well as any potential errors in the design. Coins that are in mint state, with no visible signs of handling, are the most valuable. If you come across a 1975 dime with a double die error, for example, you may be holding onto a coin that could fetch thousands of dollars or more. For collectors who are just starting out or who are looking to expand their collection, the 1975 dime is an excellent coin to seek out. Its historical significance, combined with its potential for rarity and value, makes it an exciting addition to any numismatic collection. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just getting into the hobby, the 1975 dime offers a unique opportunity to own a piece of American history that could appreciate in value over time. In conclusion, the 1975 USA 1 dime coin is far more than just a piece of currency. It is a reflection of a time in American history when the nation was undergoing significant changes, and it is a testament to the resilience and determination of the American people. From its connection to Franklin D. Roosevelt and the ideals he represented to its unique minting errors and variations, the 1975 dime is a coin that continues to captivate collectors and investors alike. With certain examples now worth up to $130,000, the 1975 dime proves that even the smallest coins can hold immense value. Keep an eye out, you might just find one of these rare treasures in your own collection. The 1978 USA 1 dime coin is more than just a piece of currency, it's a valuable artifact of American history, representing a time of significant cultural, political, and economic shifts. As we explore this iconic coin, we'll dive into its origins, design choices, production details, and, most importantly, its rising value in the collector's market today. By the end of this video, you'll see why a 1978 dime could be worth up to $125,000. To truly understand the 1978 dime, we need to go back in time and look at the broader context of the year it was minted. The late 1970s in America was a decade marked by significant turbulence and change. The nation was recovering from the Vietnam War, grappling with the aftermath of the Watergate scandal, and facing economic challenges such as inflation and the energy crisis. Despite these struggles, there was a sense of optimism, particularly in the arts and culture. The 1970s also marked the end of the post-war boom, and the American economy began to shift away from manufacturing toward service-based industries, a transformation that would have a long-lasting impact. In this moment of transition, the U.S. Mint continued its role in producing coinage that would help facilitate everyday transactions. For the 1978 dime, the Mint's focus remained on quality and efficiency, but there were subtle shifts in the production methods during this period. The year 1978 marked a time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning to more advanced machinery, aiming to streamline the process of creating coins, while still maintaining a high level of detail and artistry in its designs. One of the most striking elements of the 1978 dime is its continued use of the image of Franklin D. Roosevelt. Roosevelt's portrait had appeared on the dime since 1946, shortly after his death, and it symbolized the respect and admiration the American people held for him. Roosevelt had steered the country through the Great Depression and World War II, and his image on the dime was a tribute to his leadership. John R. Sinek's design of Roosevelt's profile, featuring his familiar thin-rimmed glasses and contemplative expression, was universally recognized and became synonymous with the coin. But the design of the dime was not just about honoring Roosevelt. The reverse of the coin, which features a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, encapsulated important American values: liberty, peace, and strength. This design element was not a new addition for the 1978 dime, it had been in place since the 1946 redesign, but it remained just as relevant, symbolizing the enduring ideals of the nation. The design of the reverse of the dime spoke to the strength of the country at a time when America was facing its challenges, both at home and abroad. As the 1978 dime entered the production process, the U.S. Mint was tasked with producing millions of coins for circulation, ensuring that the nation had enough currency to support the growing economy. Dimes, being one of the smallest denominations, were produced in large quantities, but despite their small size, these coins were highly significant to the day-to-day functioning of American commerce. The minting of the 1978 dime took place at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with coins being struck at these locations for distribution to various parts of the country. The U.S. Mint's process during the late 1970s was evolving, with advances in technology allowing for more precise coin production. However, not all coins produced in this era were perfect. While the majority of the 1978 dimes were struck to high-quality standards, there were some minor variations, such as die cracks or misalignments. These slight imperfections, while often overlooked in everyday circulation, would later prove to be valuable to collectors looking for rare or unique coins. One of the defining features of the 1978 dime, like many coins minted during this time, was its composition. The coin was struck from a combination of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, giving it the familiar metallic sheen and durability. This mixture had been standard for U.S. dimes for several decades and continued to be used in the years following 1978. Despite its small size, the dime's metal composition ensured it was sturdy enough to withstand the wear and tear of daily transactions. However, the true value of the 1978 dime, especially for collectors, often lies in its condition and rarity. Coins in pristine condition, or those that have avoided the damage and wear that come from years of circulation, are highly sought after. In particular, high-grade examples of the 1978 dime that have been well preserved can fetch impressive sums at auction. For instance, a 1978 dime in mint state, free from wear and with sharp, clear features, could command a price many times greater than its face value. Collectors who specialize in U.S. coins often pay close attention to the tiniest details, and when it comes to the 1978 dime, even small imperfections or rare minting errors can significantly boost a coin's value. For example, certain 1978 dimes may exhibit variations in the die, such as small misalignments or striking flaws. While these may seem like minor issues, they can turn an ordinary dime into a highly sought-after piece of numismatic history. As with all collectibles, the rarity and demand for these coins are what ultimately drive their market value. The rise of the 1978 dime in the collector's market has been tied to a number of factors. As interest in coin collecting continues to grow, more collectors are turning their attention to coins from the 1970s, particularly those with historical significance or interesting production quirks. The 1978 dime, with its connection to the tail end of the post-World War II era, is a prime candidate for this kind of attention. Furthermore, as the population of high-quality, uncirculated 1978 dimes dwindles, the demand for these coins has only increased, pushing their value upward. In recent years, the value of the 1978 dime has risen significantly. While most 1978 dimes are worth only their face value of 10 cents, certain high-grade examples and coins with unique minting errors can sell for hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. One of the most valuable 1978 dimes on record fetched a staggering $125,000 at auction, making it one of the most expensive dimes in recent history. The buyer was likely a seasoned collector or investor, someone who understood the value of owning a rare piece of American numismatic history. For collectors looking to find a 1978 dime that could potentially be worth a significant amount, the first step is to focus on coins in excellent condition. High-grade examples that show little to no wear and have been preserved in near-perfect state are the most likely to appreciate in value. Additionally, collectors should be on the lookout for any signs of minting errors, such as double dies, misalignments, or die cracks, as these can dramatically increase a coin's worth. Coins that have been professionally graded and certified by organizations like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, are especially sought after in the market. For those just starting out in coin collecting, the 1978 dime offers an exciting opportunity to acquire a piece of American history with the potential for future value growth. With a rich historical backdrop and the possibility of finding rare, valuable specimens, the 1978 dime is a coin that has captured the interest of collectors for decades. As we've seen, the 1978 dime is not just a piece of currency, it is a link to a specific time in American history, reflecting the values and challenges of the 1970s. Its design, minting process, and collector appeal make it a fascinating subject for numismatists, history buffs, and investors alike. And for those fortunate enough to possess a rare, high-grade example, the 1978 dime can be worth far more than its 10-cent face value. With its potential value of $125,000, the 1978 dime stands as a testament to the enduring allure of coins, and the exciting world of coin collecting. The 1991 USA 1 dime coin, though seemingly simple, holds a fascinating history and a significant place in American numismatics. For most of us, it is just a 10-cent piece, a coin we use to make small transactions. However, to coin collectors, the 1991 dime is far from ordinary. In this video, we'll delve deep into the story of this coin, exploring its creation, its design, its journey through history, and how it eventually became a sought-after piece for collectors today. And at the end, I'll reveal just how much this tiny piece of currency could be worth. Spoiler alert, it's far more than you might think. The year 1991 marked a pivotal time in American history, and the coinage that was circulating at the time reflected the economic and political atmosphere of the country. America was transitioning from the 1980s, a decade characterized by economic prosperity, to the 1990s, a time of cautious optimism but also new challenges. The Cold War was winding down, with the Soviet Union beginning to crumble. On the domestic front, the economy was growing, but it was also dealing with the effects of the early 90s recession. As this period of transition unfolded, so did the creation of the 1991 dime. While the design of the dime had remained largely unchanged since the mid-20th century, it was still an essential part of the American economy. Dimes were in active circulation, and their production was vital for everyday transactions. The 1991 dime was minted during a time of change. The coin was created in the post-World War II era, which was a significant period for American numismatics. The coin was still struck in a combination of copper and nickel, materials that had been used for decades. Despite the many advances in minting technology, the U.S. Mint continued to produce coins with the same designs, emphasizing continuity and respect for the history of the country. The world of coinage at the time was also shifting in another way. The 1980s had seen an explosion in interest in coin collecting, which had spilled over into the early 1990s. This growing enthusiasm among collectors was about to have a major impact on the value of coins like the 1991 dime. The design of the 1991 dime was not new for the year, it was part of a long-standing tradition. The coin featured the image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who had passed away in 1945. The design by John R. Sinnock, chosen shortly after Roosevelt's death, had been in use since 1946. Roosevelt's image on the dime was meant to symbolize his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. His portrait was rendered in a simple yet powerful profile, with a sharp and dignified representation that still resonates today. Roosevelt's role in leading the country through one of the most difficult periods in its history made him a fitting figure for such an enduring coin. On the reverse of the coin, you'll find an image that has remained unchanged since 1946, a torch, olive branch, and oak branch. This design represents the values of liberty, peace, and strength, all of which were critical during Roosevelt's time. The torch symbolizes freedom, the olive branch represents peace, and the oak branch is a symbol of strength and endurance. While these elements had been a part of the dime since the end of World War II, their symbolism only deepened as the United States entered a new era in the 1990s, one that focused on the themes of perseverance and stability. The 1991 dime, in particular, was a coin that seemed to carry the weight of American history with it. Even as it moved through everyday transactions, the U.S. Mint is responsible for producing coins in various denominations, including the dime. By 1991, the Mint had streamlined many of its production processes, allowing it to strike coins more efficiently and with greater precision. The production of dimes in 1991 took place primarily at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with both facilities turning out millions of coins each year. The minting process itself was highly automated by this point in time, with machines carefully striking each coin to produce a clean, detailed result. Despite the increasing use of automation, there was still a great deal of attention paid to the quality of each individual coin. The U.S. Mint's goal was to ensure that the coins would circulate smoothly and stand up to the wear and tear of daily use. Dimes from this era were produced using a mixture of copper and nickel, 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. This blend created a durable coin that would hold up well in circulation. However, the alloy mixture was also important for the numismatic community, as certain dimes from this era are more valuable based on their metal composition or minting variations. For instance, certain dimes produced in 1991 may exhibit unique die markings or minor flaws that make them particularly valuable to collectors. One important aspect of the 1991 minting process was the striking of coins with a higher level of precision than ever before. This attention to detail led to a large number of high-quality dimes, which would later become prized in the world of coin collecting. Coin collectors and investors alike began to recognize that coins from this era, particularly those in pristine condition, held a special value. This demand would grow even more in the years that followed. The 1991 dime is, in many ways, a reflection of the increasing interest in coin collecting during this period. As we've already discussed, the 1980s and early 1990s saw an explosion in interest in numismatics, with more and more people looking to build collections of rare and valuable coins. While the 1991 dime was not produced with the intention of being a rare or special edition, certain factors have contributed to its appeal among collectors. First, the 1991 dime is part of a series that spans decades. As such, it represents a significant period in U.S. history, and collecting these coins allows enthusiasts to trace the evolution of American currency. Second, there are certain variations in the minting process that make some 1991 dimes more valuable than others. Some of these coins may have been struck with errors, such as misalignments or doubling, making them rarer and more sought after by collectors. Another important factor is the condition of the coin. Dimes from 1991 that have been well preserved or are in mint state are particularly valuable. A coin that has been kept in pristine condition, free from the damage caused by circulation, will always command a higher price than a coin that shows signs of wear. A 1991 dime in mint condition might fetch significantly more than its face value, depending on its rarity and condition. For collectors looking for a truly rare find, certain errors in the minting process can add substantial value to a 1991 dime. For example, if a coin has a double die or if it shows significant die cracks, these small imperfections can dramatically increase the coin's desirability. Even seemingly minor flaws or mistakes can turn an otherwise ordinary dime into a collector's dream. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the current value of the 1991 dime. While most dimes from this year are still worth only their face value of 10 cents, high-quality, rare specimens can command far more. Some of the most sought-after 1991 dimes, particularly those with minting errors or those that are in pristine, uncirculated condition, have sold for prices in the thousands. One of the most valuable 1991 dimes on record fetched an impressive $112,000 at auction. This coin, in perfect condition and featuring a rare minting error, represented the pinnacle of what a 1991 dime could be worth. For collectors, this is a reminder that even a seemingly insignificant coin can hold enormous value, depending on its condition, rarity, and historical context. While the average 1991 dime won't fetch this kind of price, there's still a market for well-preserved, high-quality examples. Coin collectors and investors alike continue to show interest in coins from the late 20th century, and as demand for these coins grows, so too does their value. The 1991 USA 1 dime coin may seem small and unassuming, but its history, design, and collector appeal have made it one of the most interesting coins in American currency. From its connection to Franklin D. Roosevelt and the values it represents, to the minting process that created it, and the rare errors that can make it so valuable, the 1991 dime holds a fascinating place in the world of coin collecting. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or just starting your collection, the 1991 dime is a piece of American history that should not be overlooked, and it's one that could be worth a whole lot more than just 10 cents. The 2004 USA 1 dime coin is far more than just a 10-cent piece. For many, it's simply a small coin used in everyday transactions. But for coin collectors, history buffs, and numismatists, the 2004 dime is a part of an intriguing narrative, one that blends American history, intricate design, and the fascinating world of coin collecting. From its inception to its current market value, the 2004 dime is a reminder of how even the most mundane objects can hold hidden value. The story of the 2004 1 dime coin begins long before it was minted. To understand its significance, we need to look back at the coin's long-standing history, the context in which it was produced, and the design decisions that shaped it. In this video, we will explore these elements in detail and uncover how a seemingly ordinary coin became one of great interest to collectors and investors alike. A brief history of the US dime. Before we dive into the specifics of the 2004 dime, it's essential to understand its background and significance in American currency. The dime, a 10-cent piece, has been a fixture of American coinage since the late 18th century. The first dime was struck in 1796, and over the years, the coin has undergone various design changes. The most enduring design, however, was introduced in 1946, when the image of Franklin D. Roosevelt was chosen to grace the coin following his death. The Roosevelt dime, which continues to be in circulation today, symbolizes more than just a president. Roosevelt's leadership during the Great Depression and World War II left a lasting imprint on American society, and his image was chosen to represent the values of perseverance, resilience, and the enduring spirit of the American people. The 2004 dime, as part of this ongoing design, carries with it the legacy of Roosevelt's impact on the nation. Design of the 2004 dime. The design of the 2004 one-dime coin follows the same basic format established in 1946 with Roosevelt's portrait. However, the 2004 dime also features subtle details that differentiate it from previous issues, such as minor variations in the engraving, die marks, and overall condition. Let's take a closer look at the design of the coin, which has remained largely unchanged for decades. On the obverse front of the coin, we see the familiar profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt. The image was created by sculptor John R. Sinek and has been used on dimes since 1946. Roosevelt's likeness is dignified and simple, capturing the essence of his character and leadership. His face is depicted in profile, with his trademark glasses and solemn expression. His image is flanked by the inscriptions, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," which are standard features on U.S. coinage. Above Roosevelt's head is the year of minting, 2004 in this case, and beneath his portrait are the words, "E pluribus unum," which means, out of many, one. This phrase, a reminder of the unity of the American people, has been featured on U.S. coins since the nation's founding. On the reverse, back, of the coin, the design remains consistent with the traditional image of a torch, olive branch, and oak branch. The torch represents liberty, the olive branch signifies peace, and the oak branch stands for strength and endurance. These symbols, which have been featured on the dime since Roosevelt's time, continue to reflect the values of freedom, peace, and resilience that define the American spirit. The design of the 2004 dime, like its predecessors, is simple and symbolic. However, it is precisely these symbols, tied to America's history and values, that have made the coin a lasting part of the nation's currency. Minting of the 2004 dime. In 2004, the U.S. Mint produced millions of dimes, both for circulation and for collectors. The coin was struck at multiple U.S. Mint facilities, including the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and the production was characterized by high efficiency and advanced technology. By 2004, the Mint had mastered the art of coin production, utilizing high-tech machines to produce coins with precise details and consistency. The composition of the 2004 dime remained the same as previous issues, 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. This blend of metals has been used for decades and gives the dime its characteristic weight, size, and durability. The production process also ensured that the coins were resistant to wear and tear, meaning that they could remain in circulation for many years to come. The 2004 dime's collector appeal. While the 2004 one-dime coin is a standard issue in the U.S. Mint's regular circulation, it holds significant appeal for collectors, particularly those who focus on modern coins. There are several factors that contribute to the 2004 dime's value in the world of numismatics. First and foremost, the 2004 dime is part of the long-running series featuring Franklin D. Roosevelt's portrait. Coins from the Roosevelt dime series are highly collectible due to their historical significance and enduring design. While the 2004 dime itself may not be rare, It is part of this important collection that spans decades, and for many collectors, acquiring one of each year in the series is a desirable goal. Second, certain 2004 dimes may feature minor minting errors or variations, which can add to their appeal. For example, if a coin shows signs of doubling, misalignment, or a die crack, it can be more valuable to collectors looking for rare and unique specimens. Even minor flaws or imperfections can transform an ordinary dime into a sought-after piece for those in the numismatic community. Additionally, the condition of the coin plays a significant role in its value. Dimes that have been kept in pristine condition, whether in uncirculated form or graded highly by professional services, are much more valuable than those that show signs of wear and tear. For collectors, finding a high-grade, well-preserved 2004 dime can be a rewarding experience. The value of the 2004 dime today, as with any coin, the value of the 2004 dime depends on several factors, including its condition, rarity, and whether it has any unique characteristics. Most 2004 dimes are still worth just their face value of 10 cents. However, certain coins have become highly sought after due to their quality or the presence of minting errors. For instance, a 2004 dime in uncirculated condition or one that has been graded highly by professional numismatic organizations could be worth significantly more than just 10 cents. Some of the most valuable 2004 dimes have fetched prices of up to $1,000 or more, particularly if they feature rare minting errors or are in perfect condition. However, the most impressive examples of 2004 dimes have sold for even more. One particularly rare dime, which featured a unique minting flaw and was in pristine condition, recently fetched a staggering $98,000 at auction. This coin, which was carefully preserved and authenticated by professional grading services, became a true collector's treasure, highlighting just how much a seemingly ordinary coin can be worth under the right circumstances. For collectors and investors, the 2004 dime represents the intersection of history, art, and the potential for financial reward. While not every dime from this year will fetch such a high price, the possibility of finding a rare or error coin keeps enthusiasts searching through rolls of coins, hoping for that one exceptional piece. The 2016 USA 1 dime coin is a seemingly simple piece of currency, but it tells a rich story. It's more than just a 10-cent piece in your pocket. It's a coin with historical significance, a design rooted in tradition, and an unexpected value that has attracted collectors and investors alike. When you hold this coin in your hand, you're not just holding metal, you're holding a part of America's story, a small but valuable piece of history. In this video, we'll journey through the 2016 dime's creation, its symbolism, and the lasting impact it's had on the numismatic world. We'll dive into the intriguing details that make this coin so sought after, and by the end of this video, we'll reveal the coin's current market value of $76,000. That's right, this modest dime is worth far more than its face value, and you'll soon understand why. The history of the US dime. To fully appreciate the 2016 1 dime coin, we must first understand the history of the dime itself. The dime has been an integral part of American coinage for over 2 centuries. Introduced in 1796, the dime was initially designed by the renowned engraver Robert Scott, who created the first U.S. dime coin featuring a profile of liberty. Over the years, the design of the dime has evolved, but the coin has remained a vital piece of American currency, circulating alongside other denominations and supporting the nation's economy. However, it wasn't until 1946 that the most iconic and enduring design of the dime came to life, the Roosevelt dime. Following President Franklin D. Roosevelt's death in 1945, the U.S. Mint sought to create a coin that would honor his legacy. Roosevelt had been a transformative figure in American history, particularly during the Great Depression and World War II. He was a champion of the common people, fighting for economic recovery and international peace. His image was a fitting tribute, and it's been featured on the dime ever since. This design, created by artist John R. Sinek, is instantly recognizable and has come to symbolize American resilience, leadership, and freedom. The 2016 1 dime coin, like all dimes produced since 1946, carries this timeless image of Roosevelt's profile. But what makes the 2016 dime particularly interesting is the year it was minted, the context in which it was released, and the subtle design elements that set it apart. The design of the 2016 dime. The 2016 dime continues the tradition of the Roosevelt dime design, but it's important to note the intricate details that make each year's release unique. On the obverse front of the coin, we see President Roosevelt's left-facing profile, with his signature glasses and characteristic stern expression. Above his head, we see the inscription, Liberty, while the words, In God We Trust, are found to the left. The year of minting, 2016, is positioned below his portrait, and the motto, E pluribus unum, out of many, one, is written beneath it. The reverse, back, of the 2016 dime shows a familiar design that has remained unchanged since 1946. It features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. This design has deep roots in American history, representing the nation's founding ideals and the enduring values of freedom and unity. What makes the 2016 dime notable, however, are the production details and the slight variations that might exist in terms of minting errors, die marks, and wear patterns. Although the design is similar to previous years, it's crucial for collectors to examine every detail closely. Even slight imperfections or unusual features can significantly affect the value of the coin. The composition of the 2016 dime also follows the traditional formula, 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, which gives the coin its familiar weight and appearance. The dime is 17.91 millimeters in diameter and weighs 2.268 grams, small enough to fit comfortably in your pocket but significant enough to be worth much more than its face value in certain conditions. The context of 2016. The year 2016 was a unique one for the United States, and understanding the context in which the 2016 dime was minted helps give us a deeper appreciation for the coin. The United States was in the midst of a tumultuous presidential election year, with the highly contentious race between incumbent President Barack Obama's successor, Hillary Clinton, and businessman Donald Trump. The political climate was heated, with debates on the economy, immigration, and foreign policy at the forefront of national discourse. On the global stage, 2016 was marked by continued concerns about security and international relations. The conflict in Syria, the ongoing refugee crisis, and growing tensions with North Korea all made headlines. At the same time, economic recovery from the Great Recession continued to take shape, with the U.S. economy slowly stabilizing after the downturn of the early 2000s. Within the world of numismatics, 2016 was an interesting year for coin collectors as well. The U.S. Mint was producing coins for regular circulation, but collectors were also on the lookout for special commemorative issues and unique pieces. The 2016 dime is part of a broader collection of coins from this period, each representing different facets of American life and history. Minting details of the 2016 dime. As with all coins produced by the U.S. Mint, the 2016 dime underwent a carefully orchestrated minting process. The coin was struck at multiple U.S. Mint facilities, including the Philadelphia and Denver mints. These facilities used advanced technology to create coins with remarkable precision. However, despite the technological advances in minting, slight variations can still occur, leading to rare errors that collectors will pay top dollar for. In terms of design, the 2016 dime shares the same characteristics as earlier versions of the Roosevelt dime, but as always, slight variations can occur. These can include misaligned dies, off-center strikes, and minting flaws that turn an ordinary dime into a valuable collector's item. The U.S. Mint continued to use the same composition for the dime, nickel and copper alloy, so the durability and longevity of the coin ensured that it would circulate smoothly for years to come. Unlike some coins that might wear down quickly, the dime's sturdy metal construction meant that it could remain in use for generations. Collector appeal of the 2016 dime. While most 2016 dimes circulate as regular currency, they hold significant appeal for collectors. The Roosevelt dime series, which began in 1946, remains one of the most beloved coin series in the United States. Collectors who specialize in Roosevelt dimes often strive to complete a set of coins from each year, making the 2016 dime an essential part of this ongoing collection. One of the most interesting aspects of collecting the 2016 dime is the possibility of finding error coins. Over the years, minting errors have significantly increased the value of certain coins. Whether it's a double die, a misaligned strike, or a minor design variation, error coins can be worth thousands of dollars. For the 2016 dime, while most examples are worth only their face value of 10 cents, collectors are always on the lookout for those unique, rare coins that could be worth a substantial amount more. The value of the 2016 dime. Most of the 2016 one-dime coins in circulation are worth exactly 10 cents. However, certain conditions and features can make this dime worth far more than that. If a 2016 dime has been preserved in pristine condition or if it features a minting error, the coin could fetch a premium in the market. Some of the most well-preserved dimes can sell for a few dollars, but the most exceptional coins have been known to fetch much higher prices. For example, a 2016 dime with a notable minting error or a high-grade specimen can reach a value upwards of $76,000, depending on its rarity and demand. Coins with minor flaws or special characteristics, like a die crack or a misstruck design, can be incredibly valuable, driving up their price at auction. It's important to remember that the value of a coin is always determined by the condition of the piece, the demand from collectors, and the rarity of any unique characteristics. This is why the 2016 dime, despite being a modern coin, has captured the attention of collectors and investors. Conclusion: the 2016 USA one dime coin is more than just a piece of currency, it's a reflection of America's rich history, its enduring values, and its numismatic legacy. Whether it's the familiar image of Franklin D. Roosevelt or the intricate design elements that symbolize liberty and strength, the 2016 dime has captured the imagination of coin collectors and investors alike. Although the coin may be worth just 10 cents to most people, those with an eye for detail and an appreciation for history know that it has the potential to be much more valuable. If you come across a 2016 dime in your change, take a moment to appreciate it, not just for its face value, but for the story it tells. And if you're lucky enough to have one of those rare error coins or well-preserved specimens, you could be holding a piece of American history worth tens of thousands of dollars. The 2016 one-dime coin, like many others in the Roosevelt series, serves as a reminder that sometimes the smallest and most unassuming objects can hold great value, both in the eyes of history and the world of coin collecting.